Hello there, welcome back. Today we're on probably my favourite subreddit of them all, r/LinkedIn lunatics, looking at some of the absolute nutcases that reside on LinkedIn. Now, so this person is apparently a psychologist without degree, whatever that means. You're not a psychologist then, are you? Oh yeah, I'm a psychologist. I just don't have the necessary qualifications. Well, great. I'm a doctor then without a degree. Let me do an operation. I swear I can do it. In the past 4 weeks, 8 out of 10 applicants have answered the phone hello, and it's driven me crazy as a hashtag career coach. Yo, hello doesn't set a professional. What are they supposed to say? Greetings, salutations. What do you want them to say? In fact, it induces doubt of your professionalism from the get-go. What do you mean? Answering the phone with hi. This is first name, last name. It's a small change that makes a huge difference. What? No, it doesn't. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Number 1, it allows the caller to hear your name clearly. And number 2, immediately sets a professional tone for the conversation. Share this small tip, and she's got the recycling emoji, to help your network stand out. That's absolute bullshit. That's absolute bollocks. If you don't give someone a job because they answer the phone with hello instead of hello, my name is Bartholomew Montgomery. How are you? Salutations. You're mental. You shouldn't be in the job you're in. Yusuf may have won at the Olympics, but if he showed up like this in the corporate world, his resume wouldn't get shortlisted, he wouldn't get the right projects, he wouldn't be put in front of customers, he wouldn't get promoted beyond the point, because corporate success is more about perception than performance. I don't think he really cares, if I'm being honest. I don't think Yusuf is going to see this LinkedIn post, then crawl up in a ball and cry. I think he's doing just fine. What do you even mean by that? Because he came, pretty... I mean, he didn't come unprepared, did he? He knew what he was doing. He's just very good at doing what he does without all the special equipment. If anything, that should qualify him more for the job than anybody. I hired someone to start on the first Tuesday of the month. They arrived at 8:45 on the first Tuesday of the month. They walked into my office and put out their hand for me to shake. It's bad news, I said. I sent them home and told them this job wasn't right for them. When hiring, you want people that aren't afraid to start. What? You told them to start at a certain time, they started at a certain time. You're like, nah. Go. I know I told you to start this time, but what I really meant was you start half an hour early. When hiring, you want people that aren't afraid to start the job earlier. Was he early? Okay, so he was early to work. Was he early to work? Yes. Could he have come in on the Monday? Yes. What do you mean? What do you mean he could have come in on the Monday? You told him to start on Tuesday. Could he have come in last month? Oh, yes, he could have. Oh, he probably should have. Don't just do what's asked of you. Do what you ask of yourself. Shut up. Oh my God. That might be the worst LinkedIn post I've ever seen in my life. He turned up early. He turned up early for work and he got sacked for being late. Hey, check this out. In Croatia, you're seriously into marketing when you're on vacation. Ditch everyone at the beach and drive an hour to a co-working space to work. Couldn't you just work from your hotel room instead of driving an hour there, hour back? Surely that's just wasting precious working time. Just because you're so passionate about what you do. I hope I'm not the only one. I don't know, Matt. When I go on holiday, I don't want to work. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm not,
Maybe I'm just not on my Sigma LinkedIn grind set, but...
To me, this sounds very counterintuitive. Like, for me, I go on holiday to kind of get away from doing stuff and allow my mind to reset, and then I come back more refreshed. If you go on holiday, drive an hour to a co-working space, go and work for a few hours, and drive an hour back, you're just burning yourself out. You gotta have time to reset. Return for my weekend in the Maldives, and suddenly I'm a LinkedIn lunatic. So I'm guessing this person got posted on the subreddit. Let's clear this up. First, they say I'm unethical for asking employees to work at 6:30 a.m. to 7 p.m. Please. We're a family here. That's why our employees happily work 13 to 15-hour days. Nobody happily works 15-hour days. You're delusional. We call it Ohana. Is that Lilo and Stitch reference?
Ohana means family.
Second, 50k too little. 50k a year for working 15 hours a day in New York City. Yeah, that's a bit low, right? New York City is so expensive. So expensive. Not just the rent, but everything there. The food is ridiculously expensive. $50k, that's like 35k pounds to live in probably the most expensive city on the planet while working 15-hour days. Yeah, that is too little, I think. If you can't thrive on that, maybe the problem isn't the salary, it's you. When I started, $2.50 an hour felt like a gold mine. Yeah, you know what? You're actually being really generous, mate. You should probably just pay your employees $2.50 an hour. Why don't you? That's a lot of money, that's a very good salary, in some countries. And no, I didn't fly private to the Maldives. I flew economy right next to a crying child. Oh man, he's so humble. He went to his luxury holiday in the Maldives, but he flew in economy right next to a crying child. So before you call someone a lunatic, think about the CEO feelings. We don't get to clock out even when sipping Brum d'Or on the beach. I don't even know what that is. Oh my God, this is... I already tell this is going to be a terrible one. Millennials and Gen Z can't afford homes, but we cannot ignore the fact that Gen X and baby boomers did not have overseas spring break trips, 2,000 per person bachelor parties, dinners out downtown twice a week. Gen X and baby boomers did do that. Fancy gym memberships, Starbucks every day, a new outfit for every occasion. I think you're very much... This is not how most people live, my friend. You might find a down payment hidden in there somewhere. I don't think so, man. Like... Like the odd holiday, the odd dinner out, you know, gym membership, a coffee every now and then. I mean, sure, maybe if you cut out all those things for like 5 or 10 years, then yeah, you might get a deposit. But do you really want to cut out all the fun from your life for 5 or 10 years to buy a house? Not even buy a house outright, just put a deposit down. If you have less than $100,000 in savings, 8 things you can do to get close to that goal. Stop eating out, discount groceries only. I mean, that's only going to really put a tiny dent in that, innit? Stop buying new clothes, go to Goodwill, only attend free friend events, apply for jobs that offer more salary than your current role, pick up side hustle work, learn skills that you can trade for a high hourly rate, find the hardest worker in the room when you enter a new job, double their input, do all the above for at least 36 months. I mean, like, some of this isn't like bad advice for making a bit more money and saving money, but like, to be like, oh yeah, no, if you want 100 grand in savings in 36 months, just, you know, stop eating out and, you know, pick up a side hustle. I got a cold call this morning. The person started with, "Hi Werner, how are you?" My blood started boiling. I can feel the anger rising from the surface. I told her, "You have to learn proper phone etiquette. You don't call people and ask how are you. You introduce yourself first. Hello Werner, this is so-and-so calling from so-and-so. Then you get on with it. Then you can ask, how are you? You don't simply start by asking, how are you? How long have you been calling people? Is this your first day on the job? You may need some training, sales training. Or your sales manager should be fired." I paused at this point, waiting for an answer. Silence pursued. Finally, the person on the other side spoke. "Werner, this is your son's teacher. You forgot to pack his lunch. Lesson learned. Don't assume every unknown number is a cold call." Yeah, maybe don't do that, mate. And maybe don't. This is embarrassing. Why would you post this on LinkedIn? You've just embarrassed yourself. I struggle with the world. It seems designed for and populated by absolute morons. I went out for coffee and cake with my wife. I ordered a black coffee. The waitress, speaking in that sing-songy way that treats everyone like a child and seems to be how customer service works these days, asked me, an Americano. My response was to look at her with a hard expression. I had told her with absolute clarity what I wanted. She could call it a French fucking poodle for all I cared. Eventually, she got the hint, sort of. "Do you want milk with that?" "Black coffee, for fuck's sake." You don't need to shout her. An expression crossed her face as if I'm the arse. Yeah, I mean, you shouted at her. I mean, you're implying you shouted at her with the all caps. It's fortunate that she couldn't read my mind. Then again, I doubted she could read anything. It might be that I'm autistic. It might be that I'm a psychopath. Oh, Matt, you're posting on LinkedIn going, "Here, you know, I might be a psychopath. You know, I can relate to Patrick Bateman from American Psycho. We're both always on the business grind." It might be that I have an IQ equal to most people's weekly calorie intake. I very much doubt that. But it's painful being the least stupid person in most situations. The world says be kind, fuck all that, be present, be interested, be of value. All this because she wanted to clarify your coffee order with you. I'm traveling for work and instead of eating a fancy dinner out, I've decided to cook a cheaper meal in the hotel room. Mate, this is like what people make in prison. What are you doing? You're cooking chicken in a kettle. Even though the hotel room didn't have a kitchen, I managed to use... Oh, it's a coffee machine. I managed to use the coffee machine to cook chicken with butter and garlic. What? Although my company allows me to expense dinner while traveling, I wanted to save money because I know that every dollar counts towards the profit and loss. It's the little things that get you promoted. I mean, no. Go out for a cheap meal. Go to like a diner or something. Spend like $5 or $10. Don't cook chicken in a coffee maker. Your boss is going to think you're mental. Bro gave an $18 hike to his house help and made it a life lesson. I recently increased the salary of my house help by 1,500 rupees. She's working at our house so that she can save money to pay for her younger brother's... I mean, that $18 or whatever is really going to go a long way towards that. Pay for her younger brother's college, so she wants to invest some money into mutual funds. This is India getting better, financially more literate, so heartwarming. Easily the best hike I have given in my life. You gave her $18. I made my wife quit her job. Failure isn't an option. I got hired at Gong. We moved to San Francisco. We left all of our family behind, our friendships, everything we've ever known. Not to be a drama king, but for real, lol. In the back of my mind, there's always a chance that this doesn't work out. No pressure, Chris. Ha ha. I've made mistakes in the past. Blame my situation instead of blaming myself. Talks about being unlucky, lol, cringe. Acted very average. But the only way any of this makes sense. Taking complete advantage of my situation. Having a killer time selling an Unreal tool. Oh, this is just boring. He's just made his wife quit her job. Should you take a break when you're sick? I mean, yeah, if you're quite sick, then yeah. In 1997, the flu-ridden Michael Jordan didn't think so. In a pivotal Game 5, he willed himself to pick up the ball and play. No excuses. He didn't let his food poisoning or dehydration stop him from achieving his goals. We can all take a page out of Michael Jordan's playbook. I've had sore throats, fevers, and muscle pain put up a good defense against me recently. Even with this flu, all I can think about is my startup, Freud AI. Bugs need to be squashed as urgently as MJ needed to score. What separates the good from the all-timers is how to push through adversity, so push through. Yeah, if you're deathly ill, just get up and work. Go to work, man. Like and subscribe if you really love LinkedIn. You really love the people on there.